Do you have demons in your tea? According to this young lady, you can contract demons by drinking tea from a company that puts the name of a demon on your tea bag. You see, this young lady who is a Hebrew Israelite, she decided that I'm going to order some oils from this company. And when the company sent the oils, they sent a free bag of tea, obviously trying to promote another product of theirs. But when people question the fact that you bought your oils from the company, well, they got a different name on them, as if companies don't use different names. But she makes teas herself and she sells them, and she sells other wellness products. And as this Hebrew Israelite woman, she is saying that these Hindu people are trying to put demons inside of you through drink libations for their demonic thing. And then she went as far and looked up the name itself on the tea bag. So the name Akshar, which is on the tea bag, is not a goddess at all. It's not a Hindu goddess. It is a part of a philosophy that says that the realm or the abode of the supreme deity, as they would call him Yah, the supreme deity it doesn't perish. It's forever. It's long lasting. It's pretty much the same mentality, the same philosophy that you have about your version of the religion. But here's what brought me and made me think about what this person is doing here is the fact that you are in America. So therefore you are using English. You have a Western cultural mentality and you're worshiping a Mediterranean God that has been utilized by different Mediterranean cultures, and the combination of the Sumerian Akkadian god El, Enlil to El, which then became the father of Yahweh, who then was a Canaanite deity, as well as a Moabite deity, a storm deity, which Enlil actually is. You have taken what the people over a couple thousands of years have molded into what the Israelites then took themselves and had Yahweh, then made Yahweh El. Both of them were married to Asherah. Then they got rid of Asherah, and then he became an eternal God. But that didn't happen until this God. That didn't happen to this God until around the 6th century BCE, that your God became an eternal God. But the Hindus had already had the idea of the supreme being an eternal God 1,500 years prior to your version of your God being eternal. But because the Hindu words of a philosophy is being used here, you are rejecting it and calling it a demon, in the same way that Europeans went to India and told those people who were monotheistic that they were polytheistic, and now a bunch of them think that they're polytheistic. So in the same way that black people were forced into a religion, now you are adopting that religion, trying to make it historically your people's religion, when you can't validate that your heritage comes from over there. You can't at all. I dare you. I've been challenging Hebrew Israelites for over a decade to send me proof or present proof that you can show that your heritage came from over there. I don't want to know. Don't give me no historical where they took the slaves out of Africa and they were all Hebrews, or the slaves that came out of Europe were the Hebrews after the Moors and stuff, and the slaves that was the people, the Native Americans, they were all the lost tribe of the Hebrews. When we know archaeologically where the lost tribes, what happened to those 10 tribes of northern Israel, they became absorbed into the Assyrians and into the Judite, the 2 Judite tribes that was in the southern kingdom. We know exactly what happened to them. They're not lost at all. But because you got a bag of tea that got this name on it. So let me ask you a question. Since you're into the logos and stuff, do you wear Nike? Because the Nike swoop is based on the Greek god for victory. So do you not wear Nikes? Do you got a problem with Nikes? Do you have a problem with Starbucks because they use the sirens, and whether you say they're using the Greek version of the sirens or you say that goes back to the Mama Wata, which from Ephah, it's not Israelites. It's not a Hebrew thing. So do you drink Starbucks coffee? I'm just questioning. If you bought some Versace, would you wear Versace? Would you buy Versace because it has the head of Medusa as its logo? So would you say that that's a demon? And would you not drive a Maserati if one was given to you because it has the pitchfork from Neptune? So would you not? And by the way, for some of you Christians, the pitchfork that the devil has comes from the iconography of Neptune. So that's what Dante's Inferno. That's what he borrowed that from. So would you not do that? If your car breaks down and the closest place to you is a Goodyear, would you refrain from going to Goodyear because they have the shoe with the feather on it, which is a representation of Hermes, or the Roman version Mercury? Would you not go to Goodyear and get you some tires? If they had a deal, they got the Christmas deal coming. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free. Are you gonna reject it because they got the Hermes feet on there? You see, most of these logos have something to do with some type of ancient something. A lot of them do, I should say. I ain't gonna say most. A lot of them have something to do. And please, you guys tell me more logos that people commonly use the products and it has all that. But even more so, unless you're showing me that all your clothing and all your stuff come from Israelites, you need to stop with this nonsense. Y'all like to say that, oh, this is demonic, and that's demonic, and over there's demonic. Y'all love to do that. Y'all love to do that. And for some reason you do it to try to validate your religion and your purity. When y'all go off and y'all do all kinds of stuff. Now, there is something personal that I saw on her page that I could use, but I'm not because it involves a child. But if you ever see this video, young lady, I want you to think about on your page what involves a child that you should be saying, I can't let them wear that because it's demonic. But you ain't got no problems with it because you posted it. So you're hypocrites. All y'all are hypocrites. But what are you guys thinking? Always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.